I'm gonna need a motion to accept the consent agenda. But we're gonna add right before reports, after that, we're gonna go into a quick closed session. We had just something we need to talk about for, as far as employee wise. Okay,
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No, okay. So we're gonna go in, just have to give some information to the board real quick. and-
We need a motion to go into
Oh,
closed
yep,
session.
sorry.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay.
And they were working on Saturday too.
Do we know what they actually did?
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, they were tightening bolts and. Yeah, they had.
Yeah,
Well, they're just checking them for time after all that work, they gotta check it.
oh, so they went back and double checked.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not as bad. No, here's an even better one. Coming home this morning, I passed the mower on the side of the road at, Wall Street. And Wall and Pine Creek, right there at the top of the hill. By the time I came home from Mom's last appointment, he had made it a whopping 6 miles. He mowed 6 miles of shoulder in 8 hours.
Maybe he had a malfunction.
Thanks.
Maybe. Days like today are hard on the equipment. Especially if you want to keep it clean and everything else.
Sorry folks, no way to pause the live stream. They'll be right back.
The tractor and the mower out there.
I guess that car was, been there for a while.
This year?
I asked you if there was, you could have had a different car.
You'd have to have something I'd have to look up.
That's a great.
Yeah, I know, it's slack.
Now, if you could, well, if you would ask me what last month was alone, I could tell you.
And the last
I-
one.
Yeah, the family got
Blue, gray, green.
that's been there ever since I had it, so this was used.
140 was 665 hours,
I meant to cut that house too.
As-
It rained on it today.
as of the 31st,
Yeah.
which was
If I get
12
that
fire,
one,
27 medical
next
last
few
month.
days. They were cutting it last year.
There's last month.
You ever been to the resort?
I know that, I have.
One day it'll take you out all everything. Not special, but just see the toys he has. So you just side by side, that's the.
Busy, doesn't have 143 in service.
So he was telling me the people that get divorced, that he bought this stuff from. They got a boy, they get retired.
Remember when we were talking about Josh's?
Well, he got so mean, they got brain cancer now, they got that from the house office.
I ran into
He knows he
a
was doing it.
check it out.
I think they're still separated, he's 85 years old.
He says, you can't pull him out.
Getting divorced,
The guy uses
divorced
sawzall
at
because
that
he put
age,
the
you know.
cameras in, and put the floor in. They didn't put the
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, sometimes they can't get the.
They got divorced, what, last year?
Well, yes, you might have a little extra work to do.
We just found out recently, it's brain cancer that set him off.
It's like, I was telling her, I
Yeah,
said,
it's
"Sure, so I said, I said, yeah, I'm sure you knows all that, you know, you gotta know the house, especially around here, it's the worms.
Well, I'm gonna be this year too. 85. So, I know your age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I think I'll buy a trailer tomorrow. So,
Hey, building permits, I got it all. Did you mail anything in or did you do everything?
Did everything online, but I think they still accept them.
We didn't know how to get that. So we got copies of everything, mailed the first $100 per.
Uh-huh,
I got the okay, then we just had to mail in the rest of the amount.
yep,
So we did it the long way, but I got it.
but it
Very
works.
It worked.
Yep, yep, it works.
And then, inspectors, Chuck, that's what I thought.
Yep.
And I was outside at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I just watched a video of a house that fell in
She's
the
not
river.
there. The stairs on fire. Yep. Says, wow, what time does he show up?
Early,
And he come from the old house there for 5 days.
That far.
yeah.
So he's got.
Now they're stopping.
He's doing his inspections.
They got there, that's
Yeah.
why.
Well, I know you do have, I know I asked you, Jack, on the diameter of the holes. And I asked him, Fisher's got the 24-inch auger. He said it's 20 inches, but the depth and all that was the 48. So just passing the information down he got. So I couldn't afford Fisher. My ring come by, he had a 20-inch wide backhoe bucket done down for
There
him.
you go.
It worked.
It works, yep.
He didn't charge me. I still got him a case of beer he didn't ask for. So.
Can't beat that.
No, and I got labor out of them, no set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lansing was real quick though, and,
That's good.
when we mailed it, everything was on, the email within 4 or 5 days. After we mailed it, responded right back. I was very satisfied on that.
It's good.
But I did listen to you and I pulled a permit.
That's good.
Long run, I know it will be.
Yes, it'll be a good thing, yeah.
All right, I thought I'd just let you know.
Thanks.
Did you get the shoes in? Where'd you buy your shoes? Huh? Oh. They're old.
After a couple of years.
Oh, they look brand new. What do you have? They look comfortable.
Just stretchers or.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Skechers.
They can't vote on new clothes.
I was about pure. The other day, my white ones, they're just too hot.
They don't tell us.
Take it in,
Huh?
take it in.
Yeah, they done that once before. Last winter they did that.
I don't know how many people this fitting in and well, so we might have to smoke a card. That's, I think that one time to help me carry it out, so I put it all over. And I said, well, I wish I would've left the motor on, I could've mowned and smoked at the same time.
Most people.
Forest Road over there, and there's
Yeah.
a road over there.
That's the one he's talking about, Ron. I don't know how to get back there, and
The road goes straight, turns like this, and then goes straight again.
we're saying coming off of what's that, Stratton
Stratton,
Cambridge?
yeah. And if you don't follow the road, you end up in the water, so
Alright, but he says it's a rough road getting back.
it is.
Can side by side get back there?
I don't know,
Was that?
back to Lost Lake off from Stronach Dam.
Yeah. Most of the way. There's probably a couple trees.
There's a
down
couple of
before it.
ruts and there's a couple of trees probably.
You can't get all the way to the lake, or you couldn't anyhow.
You
I
can't.
drove my truck back there, but you can't get right up to the lake.
How far away would you say? I have never seen it, that's what I'm thinking of.
I went off of Seaman, and it probably took me, my truck. Yeah, oh, that's right, cause we kayaked out there and tried fishing. It takes you 10 minutes. Just
Walking.
because, driving.
I'm not worried about drive, what we're looking at is, get a side by side, pull a little 10, 12-foot flat bottom pole, put it back in there.
I drove my truck back there with a trailer on the back with kayaks on.
Okay,
It gets kinda tight, but I made it through there with a full-size truck.
Well, side by side, no problem.
Right.
I remember we used to go through Fisher's driveway. Get to it.
Well, maybe, Bill don't show me, when I get some free time, maybe I'll get you a six-pack and he'll show me these two trails or something.
The one off.
I'd have to help him drink it.
The one off of Seaman is right at the guardrails,
Yeah, I'm familiar.
and then the other
Somebody
one
told me that.
is, what's the car? 001? What's the number one?
Oh, is there a marker off?
There's not a marker, but right across the street from the entrance is, old car in the drive.
11 to
Okay. Well, Bill was straight across the transfer station, right before that curve.
Especially if you come in on strong.
Trails.
Last time I was back there, there was a couple of trees down.
All right.
Oh, was it? No, it's been a while.
Yeah.
If you go off, you see me, there's all like that drive right,
The best
almost
area
right
to
to
get
it, you can see the lake.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
They're
questioning.
both kinda,
As long as there's not money in
It's
there,
50
it's stuck.
Tinker around.
Off of Stronach Dam, it's 50, Forest Road 5092.
Okay.
so that's got a marker over the forest, yeah.
I've tried to pull that up and I couldn't, I pulled that up, but not like I just did. Or if I seen the numbers, I didn't know what they mean. So that's the address straight across the street is what you're telling me, Ron?
No, that is the number on the road. There'll be a brown sign that'll be,
The federal.
Yeah, I know what the federal post is.
That's the
That
number.
would be-
that's the number of the road.
That's what is there a marker there, a post? That's what, okay,
Right
there
at
is
the
a post.
entrance of the two track, there'll be a brown
Then I can find it.
federal.
Then I'll find it.
No, Susan wants to take a
Now I gotta find time this year.
Some never get,
Usually I've been out probably 20, 25 times, once in every
And
couple.
realistically, I need a small trailer in case I need to
That
move
seems to
some,
be a little.
Yeah. I'm retired.
And I was surprised, I thought, okay,
I've done
right now, Home Depot's got to take care of that
What do
when
you
you drive
do?
down the side.
I don't know how I did this stuff, I work 12 hours a day.
1400
I didn't
pounds
fish it
capacity,
maybe once a month, that was it.
5 by 8.
I don't know how I maintain the yard work.
Yeah. Seems like everybody's always busy or whatever.
Just on the cheapest one tonight, I'm probably ever finding my life. For a project.
But, you know, I go
How'd you do that?
several lakes around here, I go fishing. Like last year,
Oh, really?
I went to Mitchell, I did fish it once, I went there once. No bolts out there, windier, crap up there. I go, no,
If you get
plus I
those
did forget my life jacket.
Parts
So
for
I pushing. Come back, got those, went to the back doors. It was like glass, I figured that out. So,
Problem
I put Cadillac on my app for the weather to see what the winds are now. Because I did hear, that's 400 feet higher than here, so it's not a difference in the weather.
Yeah, it's,
16 sheets.
Yeah, that's, I was fishing the ones, that's an easy lake to figure out, Mitchell. That's a big bluegill right off the back, going for a wall.
And I know when I started doing that scab.
Yeah, all right, well, I gotta try that. Cause Bill was Coach showed me that we both agreed it. She is a winter, it's too cold, but she, I can't make it back here now.
I'm surprised,
To go ice fishing.
it wasn't the best conditions when I got up there.
I'll figure out where
Well, I
it's
had
at. I know there's a way up right by the guardrail
Flexi on
here.
the tape on top.
I never been down it, but I know.
It still has some water
Yeah.
underneath the tape, but,
Yeah, they're both not,
but it's,
they won't, they shouldn't body irrigate
That's it. I got a friend, he's got a side by side with a trailer here, and he's got 10 or 12 foot. I think flat bottom boat on it, you can take a trailer.
that. It's still a pretty tough lake to get into, it's very mushy, marshy, all around it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just sinking.
Really fun.
There's some people got some skids and some boards out there that if you step
Bill was
off.
telling me off of this trail here.
Yeah, if you step off, you're gonna, hopefully you got help put some supporting out to do this stuff.
I'll take a
All right.
drive run before.
I make a motion to return from a closed session.
And a second? All in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? Nope. Okay. All right, Chief, go ahead. What you got?
It's been busy. I think we're pushing 150-ish runs this year so far
150.
for the year. Yep, pretty close to that. Truck 143 is in service, ready to go. And that's about it.
Okay.
I don't have, otherwise I don't have, Ron's got some stuff for the ambulance.
What you got, Ronnie?
Well, no, I just have the numbers, cause I
Oh,
would
okay.
looked them up. Ambulance is going good. For the month, fire, we had 12 runs totaling 80.25 hours. Yeah, that's the small one.
Okay.
EMS, we had 27 runs for 102.75 hours. At the end of May, we were at 140 runs for 665 hours this year. So can you write that down?
Can we talk about this?
Or
just privately?
yeah,
Okay.
we need to know what the board wants to do.
Okay, assessors report. Basically, everything's going good with the assessors. We are starting our 20% review, which people that don't remember, the state requires us to see 1/5 of our township or our tax base every year. So every 5 years, you get basically re-looked at. We haven't done that in the last couple of years with COVID, so that's all getting restarted back up. I started that actually earlier this week, so. And that, everything else is going good. July board of review will be in July. Custodian, Tim, you got anything?
Yeah, a couple things. I think everybody noticed all the flags are up, hopefully they're staying up, a couple of them.
The one just south of the Dublin store is all,
Twisted, like all the other ones that I see that are twisted. Hopefully the wind blows and untwists them.
it's actually gone to the end of the pole and it's just
Gotcha.
flapping in the wind.
Okay, if I can interrupt for a minute.
You
We've
can.
talked about this twisting thing. I was golfing a few minutes ago, and those flags on the golf sticks never get twisted. Because they actually have the sewed part of the end of the flag has a PVC tube in them.
I
So
did
the
that
flag
with all
just
these.
flips.
There's a
at one
couple
point
of them
in time.
out there that
And
you
it
get.
will, do they
Someone
untwist?
took them all out of it.
Okay, so I
Yeah,
don't know
they
if you
were-
can order a flag like that, but that makes, it just popped in my head. I was just thinking about an
And
hour
I
ago.
believe you said something about PVC, but I didn't
Yep.
see any like that.
Nope, I had them all like that, and I think Mike, took them all out of the.
So
And
if
the
there's
other-
a sewn end to that flag, I just wonder if we could,
Because most of them that are on the shelf
Mhm.
are sewed for a pocket, for
Yeah.
a pole.
Yeah,
And the ones that were in good shape have just the eyelets in them and they're zip ties and the zip ties break. Ron hit me up on one, but they're on there not being able to swing, they just.
I'm gonna grab a flag from you. I'm gonna find, I know somebody, I don't know, a lady that knows how to sew, and I just wonder if we sewed in a piece of PVC tubing, that it would just flip and
Well,
it
we-
wouldn't tangle like it does, cause it's got the eyelet, so it can tangle. So, I don't know.
We might be able to just, cause like I said, I bet you there's
should be enough.
some flags up there that
Yeah.
are not the eyelet ones, they're the sewn.
Yeah, cause what I did, I took PVC pipe, put it over it, and then I made little, deals for each end So it clamped down on there, you'd just be able to roll in the wind.
Yep.
Do you still have that long 12-foot or 16-foot extendo pole, that silver and yellow one? That you don't have to get up on a ladder, you just take the stick and untwist them?
I don't.
It was a paint stick from mine. I thought I left it here. If not, I got it more at the house. I no longer.
Gotcha. It's,
Okay.
they're really not that hard. I found, I put them all up myself.
Okay.
More than, I think all but maybe 3 of them, I can drive the truck right up against the pole and walk down the deck of the,
Oh.
of the bucket, or
Okay.
of the
Bed.
dump box,
Dump box.
the bed. And I'm right at that height, and if they're too high, I move them down to that height.
All right.
So the backwaters, I stripped that roof and put the steel on. There's a little bit of trim stuff that I have to do on that one yet. The cemetery here in town, I cut down some, like 4. It probably could have been more than 4, but they all grew into one. These great big overgrown evergreen trees up against the fence, so now people can see into it a little bit better. So just, and there's some more that I wanna clean up in there too, cause there's some old stumps that are overgrown, growing trees out of them again, and clean that up. Power washed the back of the, fire station today, cleaned up all that moss and goo that was growing on it.
Did you use that extendo pole?
I did, it really worked.
You didn't use Rich's tractor, did you?
No, shut up. Yeah, that only got halfway clean.
That's fixed, by the way, too, that
Thank you.
somebody hit a while back.
I landed on that. I didn't hit that. I landed on that. Okay.
Did you check the railing at the lake?
The railing has been fixed too.
Okay.
There'll be sometime we'll have to replace some of that.
Okay.
Merrill hit me up, there was, one of the railings that are on an angle at a joint it's not a 45, but was coming loose. I just ran some longer legs in there and held it back together and filled in the hole that was dug
Yeah,
underneath
I got that. I said, I'm gonna quit going out in the neighborhood, and all I do is get stopped, but somebody's like, that's loose, it's gonna break up and fall apart, somebody's gonna fall over, so I told Tim, and then somebody, probably
Dug a hole.
underneath the dock, huge.
They dug on the sand part.
Yeah.
Instead of just digging a hole in the sand, they went all the way underneath and could go out and be underneath the dock.
Oh, they made a floor.
It
The
was
walkway.
but
So I had to go ahead and, fill it back in.
Otherwise it's gonna crack and fall apart, so, yeah, they did very well.
Yeah,
The new walkway that we just built?
yeah, they had a section,
They
a
were
long section.
completely all the way underneath it, and I bet you it was,
Yeah, 2 people could lay under there, that's how deep
Bye.
it was.
I hit Mary up one time on one of the neighbors next to the outhouse on the lake. I moved it myself.
Got to call them.
That's fine. One of them hit me up. It's, what is that? Second and Main. They put an outhouse kinda close right to the edge of the road, and the people can smell it, and they're like, so I went over there with a tractor and forks and scooped it up and pushed it closer to the woods away from their house, so.
Thank you.
Hopefully they should be able to drive back there or whatever when they clean it out once a week.
Okay.
If not, you guys will hear about it.
Yeah.
I can't get to it.
It's got like 60 foot of hose on that truck, you should be
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. And that's about it, other than mowing and cleaning up other stuff.
How's the sand down there, Tim? Do we need more?
At the beach,
Yeah.
I think it's
Are the
pretty good.
benches like this high off the ground?
The what?
The benches, are they really high off the
Yeah, I guess,
beach?
I don't know, I didn't.
I don't know, it seemed like, I don't know, I don't know if it's every year or every 2 years or something,
Yeah.
it seems like we need to get a
I'm
couple loads of
seeing it
sand
on
in there to.
I'll have to look at it closer. I thought it was decent, but I guess I didn't compare it to sitting on the bench and see if you could.
There was kids sitting on it tonight and they didn't have any problem.
That sand seems to just kinda disappear, and we have to keep adding to it,
Oh, yeah,
so that's occasionally,
filling in the lake.
if you feel,
One dump or truckload at a time.
yeah. Anything, transfer station seems to be going good. I think last week, everything must have got filled up. There was a couple people called and complained that we,
Valerie's report is still on the copy machine.
oh, so, that, and then the dumpster was changed Monday. He got here at 7 o'clock. The driver called and said it was locked. It was just, the chain was looped, and we worked it out. It was fine. I got there and he was all cool with it, so.
Yeah.
So that was no problem.
In the summer, does that get emptied once or twice, the dumpster?
Monday morning.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's a holiday, it gets empty Tuesday.
Yeah, the empty, yeah, it's a holiday, we have to use Tuesday.
Okay.
Yep.
Where, do we know where the chain that used to be on there is? Cause they had a Republic Services lock on there, there's also a Consumers Energy lock on
And that's why we just looped the chain now.
I would assume that is somewhere in the dirt over there, cause it probably fell off when plowing.
Yep.
I
At
have
one
that.
point in time?
Bill gave me that lock.
Oh, you do
When
have that one?
I went through the 50 keys that you gave me and the 400 keys you gave me. I can't find a key that opens it, so it's just sitting on the bench.
I just don't see a needed thing to lock up
I-
trash. I really
Me neither.
don't. I mean, we just loop the chain, when it's,
It's,
that kinda tells
it's
people it's closed. If they choose not to accept that it's closed, then they can drive around, they can carry their stuff around. It's always open for carry
Yep.
between that.
it's been working
Okay.
so far.
Alright, so we're good there. Management Council, we have Valerie's report here. Didn't have a lot of rentals in June. We had a graduation party on the 5th, birthday party on the 4th, seniors jammers, euchre and karate also, material girls are all still going on. We need a kitchen, she asked for a kitchen door, or the kitchen door to have a sweep put on it also.
It's already
Got it done?
kind of been fixed.
Okay,
I think the bottom of that, I forgot about that. The bottom of that door is on the verge of kind of rotten.
okay,
That sweep at the end was, that part was rotten, so it wasn't gonna stay up, and it slid out a little bit. I just cut it off.
okay,
It wasn't letting it shut by itself,
gotcha.
so.
Alright, if we need an outside sweep or something, one of those hard vinyls with this water or any critters getting in. The front door key is not attached anymore. Oh, that's the Allen wrench key. Used to be on a bungee cord out there. We can see if we can re-screw that on, so it just hung.
This one.
Screw it, but yeah. That Allen wrench key that's so you can make the door unlock so they can open it, they can be pulled open. Besides that, not much going on. We got a wedding coming up in July. Alright, so Parks and Rec, what we got?
Not a whole lot. I did some more checking on some docks and stuff, and the only thing I can find that's of quality enough, I feel like, to stand up to the abuse is gonna be, like, the floating ones I found, was right around 20 grand, just materials, which they're not hard to put in, but some that have to come in and out every year, and then, new stationary docks, like what is there, is really right around the same price.
Okay.
But other than that, Tim's been doing a really good job. Things look good. About it.
We do have, right after the last meeting, Wilson Excel came to us, and they had, was it 10? I think it was
10 and 141,
Yeah, so
10,141.
a little over 10,000, so we did a match with them. We had a special meeting because we wanted to get it because it takes so long. They were doing this for the playground equipment. So a new playground set, I'm trying to get a blown up picture of it so we can kind of have it so people know. So it was a 50-50 match with them. We're hoping to have that here this summer. It's a pretty good, it's got 3-4 slides. It's got a lot of the fun equipment, jungle gyms, things like that. It's ages 5 to 12, 2 to 12, something like that, 2 to 12, I think.
And that's out of COVID money.
Yes, and that was, we're gonna take that out of COVID money, cause that can be health and, you know, physical fitness, stuff like that. So that's gonna be, we're gonna do matching out of COVID. The basketball hoop showed up. Tim and I were just talking about that. I'm gonna try to get over here and auger those holes. We can get those set, plumbed, and poured concrete around them. We did not get the type that we wanted, that were bolt-on. We got the ones that go straight down through. They don't have the bolt-on ones right now out of stock, so they sent us the other ones. 50-50, I went and looked at the ones in Manistee, they go all the way down, so we'll make do with what we got. So we get those 4 new backboards up. Meeting with Jim Brewer on the concrete circle and the flagpole, which is our start of that. Have not, so we get the concrete circle with the flagpole, the monument at the front entrance of the park. I've been trying to get a hold of Silverline Welding, but I haven't, because we were hoping to maybe get his Veterans Monument also included in that. You know, we're talking about flanking the flagpole with them, with the 2 statues. So we got that in the works. So Jim, I'm hoping to meet with him on Saturday or Sunday, he said. So busy right now.
Now, so do we get round poles or square poles?
They're square.
Okay.
They are the square 2 poles, just like we wanted, but instead of having they're 6x6, instead of the bolt onto a concrete slug base, we just put them in, they're just an extra 4 feet long.
I just wondered, so we don't have to worry about them turning then?
No, they shouldn't twist, they're a square pole, they should never turn out like concrete, they're not gonna eventually start twisting like the ones we got over there. And they're an angled, so they're a 45, so they're not gonna bend, they're not gonna have that gooseneck bend to them. So they look identically the same. Is there anything else going on in the park? I don't think so, but that'd be our start of our walkway, playground equipment. You got the flagpole's been ordered, so we're good on that.
Should be here, they said within a week.
Okay, so that'll probably go up faster than the concrete, but I'll try to see what Jim can do for us over there and get that done. All right, planning, Jay, you got anything?
Yeah, we were just reviewing some Article 10 in there, and then, we have one meeting in July 5th, and then we're taking a break till October. When we come back in October, we're gonna start reviewing the master plan. That'll give us time for some little homework, you know, to kind of skim through and learn what's going on there. So that's the plan.
Thank you. All right, Bob was out sick today, so I do not
No
have.
report from Bob.
No report from Bob. I do see I took over and entered 6 or 7 land use permits, so the building is picking up, that's what we've got. I get those entered in the computer the other day. Public comment, anybody sign up?
No.
No?
I had some things.
Yes,
I'm Kendra
Oh,
from the
yes.
Manistee Conservation District.
Oh, hi, Kendra.
Hi, we're just trying to make it around to all the townships just to drop off some information for you guys on the couple of big events that we do every year.
Okay.
So July 20th is when we have the scrap tire recycling event. So that's usually a big one every year. The county used to host it, and we recently just took over that grant for the county. So we're going to be hosting it from now on. So that's at the Bay Area Recycling for Charity Center in Calava on July 20th. It's $2 per tire, open to Manistee County residents. So that's a big one every year. And then we also have our household hazardous waste event that we do every year. And we just got those brochures in, so I wanted to make sure you guys had those. That is on August 20th this year, Saturday, August 20th, at the Manistee County Road Commission. So I have some information. I don't know if you want me to leave it up with you guys.
Are those all the brochures and things?
Yeah, these are
Okay.
some brochures and a couple of flyers of just the different events we've got going on
Great.
this
Thank
summer.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll try to get those put out to stores and
Yeah, we can
I
stuff.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
thank
true.
you.
Yeah, we can put some of these up in the office and then we can put them at the stores and see, that way people can maybe notice them a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
cool.
okay,
Thank
great.
you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Richard, I actually have a question.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
there anything that, has anybody talked about the situation with the geese at the lake and all of the goose poop that's going on down there?
How many geese do we have down there right now?
We have at least,
4
we counted
adults.
8 today.
8 babies.
Yeah, there's like 5 babies and something that we saw
They love
today,
it when I'm
but
over there mowing and weed whipping.
it's really, it was bad the other day when we were down there. It was all over the dock, all over the sand. I mean, it was to the point that like today, I said, I don't even wanna go swimming in there.
Well, they're a protected bird, just like a turkey.
Right.
And if anybody's willing, I'll find it, but what we did last time, and people laughed at me, but it worked.
Yeah, it did work.
The swans were great.
Well, not so much the swans, but what we did is we took 30-pound test fishing line that Robert Pappy's gave it to us, and we tied it or did stakes. If there was a gap that was bigger than 4 feet, we did a stake and we tied one at about 8 inches off the water, and we tied one about 18 inches off the water. They don't like to have anything touch. They want easy access from the shore to the water. I don't know if you remember, we had all the stakes around the dock and everything earlier in the
Yeah.
spring. Now, I went down there this spring and I didn't notice them, so they must have moved
Right,
in since then.
it's
But
been-
that was the only thing that we saw that worked. We actually had a goose gun that no longer works. It was a Whistler. It sounded like looked like a flare gun, and it shot one heck of a bottle rocket. And you were able to shoot it at them. It scared them. It was fun. I got yelled at by a few people, but it is, I talked to the DNR. It's humane. It's just it's a noise deterrent. It's better than having a dog run at them. That could hurt them.
Right.
So it is just making it uncomfortable for them at the lake. So if that is the case, we could try to get a group of people. It took, I don't know, my boys and I, it took us about 4 or 5 hours one day. We went all the way around the lake, and we did everything. The only problem is, to do that, you have to line up the beach. The kids on the beach should keep most of them away now,
Right.
but yeah. And that was back when we had 30, 45 geese on the
Right.
lake. So it's not as bad. So if that is the case, maybe we have to, maybe not this year, but first thing in the spring, just be prepared to maybe do that.
Yeah, their eggs have already hatched,
Yeah, so they're gonna be flying,
Right.
and I don't know if they could even, until their babies can fly, they're not gonna leave, and they're gonna get home.
It was like a week and a half ago, they were this big, now they're this big.
Yeah.
They're,
So.
They grow just like weeds.
And the problem that we had with it is a lot of the kids were going down there, cutting the lines or whatever so they could fish.
Throwing it in the lake.
Yeah, throwing it in the lake. So, I mean, you try to do, but it did work. I mean, we eliminated from a 30, 45 goose population down
Yeah,
to
oh, I
none the
remember
next
that.
year.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that might be something we have to think about. Please remind me in the spring, and if we can't, and it doesn't take very long. I mean, the kids were little when they were doing it. And we just tied them up. We bushes to bushes, or if there wasn't a bush, we just did stakes. And it made a big difference. We just gotta get it right before they can hatch, before they wanna start nesting. Because if they don't have a comfortable place to nest, because they won't fly out of the water usually.
Right.
They don't like that.
They
It's not-
can't that time of year,
Yeah.
they're unable to fly.
Yep, so if you make it uncomfortable where they can't escape predators, then that's it. And I think we still have a couple geese somewhere, don't we? Swans, I mean.
yeah, there's a couple of heads here and bodies here and.
Yeah, they didn't fare too well. The kids like to use them as flotation devices, so
Yeah.
they are kind of gotten beat up, so that's probably why they haven't been out last year.
Do we have a rake for the tractor to rake the poop?
No. We have, well, there's, my York rake is down there, but the tines on a York rake are a good inch and a half apart. We don't have anything small enough to.
And I don't know if there's a way I can't get on, unless I'm not seeing it, how do I get on the other side of the dock?
You would have to
We
build
go
up a
on
sand.
the one side you can get down, and on the other side you come down.
You can get
It's
down
a-
on the far side?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Across the rocks?
I used to.
There's a rock.
It's all rocks.
On
That's
the
why our
John
old
Deere-
tractor looked like that.
No, you get right through on the old tractor, you used to drive right through the wood pieces there.
Okay.
Go straight down on this side of the rocks and then drive right onto
Oh,
the,
yeah, that's it.
The only other way to do it would be to push sand,
and make a bridge over
make a
the
bridge
walkway.
and then come back with the bridge, but,
Yeah.
yeah. That would be
Did that
easier
too.
than sand, yeah, so. But, yeah, I mean, once the 90-degree day, they're gonna be gone. Those kids will be down there moving all that around and yeah. I don't think E. coli is an issue with the size of that lake and how much spring water is brought into that lake. We kinda had that. But it was getting scary when we were up 30, 40 geese, so.
I did notice,
that was-
during the winter, just to the side of the boat launch, to the right, I believe we have a new spring.
Really?
Yeah, there's a section of water that did not freeze all winter long. So,
I've found 2, but I've heard there's 3 major springs in there.
I know there's a total of 7.
Oh, really? Yeah. Because
I know
there's
there's
kids who
2
go
of
down
them
and try
in
to dive on them and they get pushed back up.
There's 2 of them right in the swimming area.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, we can do that. If you notice being a major problem, call me and we can try to do something like that. I just buy a big old spool of orange
And we
fish
got
oil.
those sparkly little things to,
And we still have some sparkly little,
Yeah.
we've got some goose deterrent, and I can give you, it's like silver tape. and you can go out there and tape it to the bushes and the flickering of it,
Cause
you
I
know.
don't like that either.
They don't like that either, but the kids also like it too.
I'd be happy to.
Huh?
I said I'd be happy to.
Okay, I could drop that off. I mean, it's something, if you wanna walk around the lake, you know, I just stapled it to the bushes. So wrap it around the bushes and staple it was the easiest way. And it just flags, you'll see it on, people with their fruit trees. Same thing to
Right.
keep the birds away. We did quite a few deterrents. We had a couple owls that spun around.
Oh, that's a good idea.
They were silver looking owls or something, so yeah, we had a lot of that. I can see like what I can find. I know I still got some goose tape somewhere around here. So, the silver tape, so. Okay, anybody else? Nope. Alright, so, we have no unfinished business. New business, resolution, what is this, number 1/2024, resolution declaring intent special assessment. This is for the trash, yeah, okay. So it's just basically re-updating the trash. Are we keeping it all the same rate, right?
Yes,
58,
27.
27, is that it? Okay. So basically, it's just your, re-up, and every 3 years we have to up your trash. What you pay for, what we all pay, all improved parcels. Anything that has more than $1,000 on it is called an improved parcel. Whether it's a house, whether it's a well, anything that's permanently fixed to the property goes on as an improved parcel. And then, so we need a motion to approve that resolution.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Jordan, second.
Jordan seconded.
Yep.
Okay, I have to do a roll
Yep.
call vote. Ty,
Yes.
Fraley,
Yep.
Sol, yes. Skira,
Yes.
Mobley.
Yes.
This also sets a public hearing for next month to listen to anybody that has an objection to the special assessment. And letters, 1,622 letters are gonna go out tomorrow,
That's the one on the 20th.
notifying them of the meeting next month. We'll have it right before our board meeting.
Yep, so it'll be a special meeting right before the board meeting if anybody
Yeah.
wants to voice their displeasure with having $56 or
What day?
$58. Second Tuesday, so that would be July,
9th, I think.
is it the 9th?
Yeah, Monday's the 4th, so.
No, the meeting for this.
That'd be before our regular scheduled board meeting.
It's a public hearing.
Yeah, just a
Okay.
public hearing, right before. Yep. So we'll just do that and then do our regular board meeting right afterwards.
All right.
All right. Okay, so community center parking lot seal coating.
No,
And
Jason.
also, we didn't, last year I had called Wolfgang about the backwaters also. But if we don't do anything with this stuff now, it's gonna get away.
Yep, no, I agree.
So we gotta figure out the backwaters here, the transfer station area, and possibly the fire department.
We
too.
got some cracks in the asphalt. the fire
Yeah,
department
cause we
now.
need to save that now before we have to pay a crap ton of money to have it re-asphalted.
How long does that take to dry? It's just,
24 hours.
Yep.
so we should be able to work around the trash and everything. Okay. Yeah, so who?
You wanna get
got
the
an
estimates?
idea? You wanna get the estimates on those or anybody?
I can.
Okay.
I'll get ahold of the same guy, cause, I know they'll be different this year than cause it was the end of the year last year, but that was one heck of a smoking deal, they wanted to do that, so.
Yeah.
But I think that we should get that done. And if we can, while they're doing that, possibly get the basketball court at the same time.
Oh, good idea.
That's more asphalt, yeah. Yeah.
So, and then have them go ahead and put markings on there.
Okay. Yeah, get a quote for that. That'd be
So-
nice.
They're gonna be here, they might as well do it all.
That's what I'm thinking, instead of making numerous trips.
Can we get multiple companies for that? I mean, we're gonna have to get a couple bids.
Well, get a hold of Brian's and then get a hold of, because Brian's did out here one time,
Okay,
and then, they also they seal coat the basketball hoop also, or the basketball area
okay,
at one point in time, but I'll get a estimate from them and, Wolfgang.
okay. Cool.
Jason, do those companies like fill in the cracks that are there or
That's the purpose of the seal.
Uh,
Yeah.
The seal coat.
blow blow them out. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've
they
been-
blow all that out and
'cause
then,
I've been spraying Roundup on the weeds to keep those from
uh-huh,
the dirt and everything, but if they just go over top of what's there, they're just gonna seal over top of dirt. I don't
no,
know.
they come in with a big air
Blow it out.
compressor deal
Yeah.
and, yeah, they blow all that out.
There's enough cracks out there that need to be blown out
Oh,
in order
yeah.
to do it.
And then they go across a crack seal before they
Right.
layer the
Yeah.
whole thing.
So, cause I know how much of a pain in the butt it was to even get down there done. You know, to
Yeah.
get asphalt there, it took us forever. And if it wasn't for Jerry, it'd probably still be dirt.
Yeah, if we wouldn't have had the road commission guys that
Right.
we had, we wouldn't have got that done. Yeah.
And they reline also,
What's that?
they reline too.
Paint lines,
Paint lines for parking or not?
Parking lot.
That's extra, but yeah, they can do that too.
You wanna do that?
That's why I asked how they do it.
So I'll get that in the bid for each plate for here and for down there at the fire department. So,
Thank you. I got one other thing, what were those big bushes down there? They came back, they're actually 11, but the two along the flagpole, anybody wanna replace those?
Butterfly bushes,
I know, they were pretty too, I don't know why they died.
don't they come on a little bit later?
So you're thinking they're not dead yet?
Did you break that thing and see if it's crispy or,
No.
I thought they.
I thought we lost those two and those two, but I noticed those just
Some of
greened
them
up
are-
in less than 2 days.
Yes, some of them are later.
Alright, so we'll wait, but we might have to replace those.
I wasn't supposed
Besides
to
that,
spray
everything's
Roundup
fine.
on those?
No, don't play around on those.
what's the fax number here?
oh,
Do you need a motion to adjourn?
Yeah, can we get a,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Second.
Aye. Marilyn.
Carol.
What's